So dear students, today we learn regarding the structure of cell and its components. Cell is a structural and functional unit of body, and cell is a basic component, or it is responsible for to form the basement framework for each and every organ. So as you know, so the group of cells that was responsible for formations of tissue, and group of tissues so that was responsible for the formations of the organ. So that's why the cell is the, it can create the basement framework for each and every organ. If the basement is not good, then our house is not completed very well. So like that, if the cell is in the healthy, so they are functions very well, so then only so the organ can perform the functions in the normal physiology. If any problem in the cells, then the organ is suffering from the various disorders. So dear students, so in the Latin, the cella means a small rooms. So cell is a look like a small room. So that room is consist of various component. So nothing but the cell is consist of the various organelles like mitochondria, microtubules, centrosomes, microfilament, lysosomes, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, secretory vesicles, peroxisomes, then Golgi apparatus, then nucleus, rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. Okay, so these organelles, so they will be having their unique functions. Okay, so here an average number of cells in a healthy human body is trillions, or 10 to the power of 14 number of cells. So these are present in the human body. Average diameter, that is 5 to 15 micrometer. So in our body, the cells are having different types. Stem cells, so they are mainly present in the RBM and embryo. So in the embryo, so they are responsible for the formations of organ. In RBM, so those are responsible for formations of the blood cells. And whatever the cells, so they are present in the skeleton, so those are known as the bone cells. The bone cells, once again, they are mainly three types, that is osteoclast, osteoblast, and osteocyst. So these cells they are required for remodeling, repairing, and growth of the bone. Then blood cells. So our blood is also having different types of cells, that is the WBC, RBC, then as well as platelets. So these cells are having their unique function. WBC, it was involved in the defense mechanism. RBC, it is involved in the transportation of oxygen, and platelets, it is involved in the clotting to prevent the bleeding or hemorrhage. Then muscle cells, so they are mainly present in the muscles. There are mainly three types. There are simple muscle cells, cardiac muscle cells, and skeletal muscle cells. So these are responsible for the formations of organ and as well as the locomotions of the body. Then sperm cells, so they are found in the male, so they are responsible to continue the or to maintain the generations. Then female egg cells, so they are secreted are present in the females, so these are responsible once again to maintain the generations. The next one is the nerve cells. So nerve cells, they are mainly found in the CNS. So regarding environment, the cell environment mainly divided into two types. That is internal environment, that is inside the cell, that is also known as the intracellular environment. What are the fluids, so that was present in the cell, that was known as the intracellular fluid or cytoplasma. And external environment, that is outside the cells, so that was known as the external environment or extracellular environment or extracellular fluid. So dear students, so internal, it is made up of 55% cytoplasma along with the organelles. Okay, so internal environment, so that was separated by the external environment, that is the one layer. So that layer was known as the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane, it is a bilayer or bilipid layer membrane. It can only allow the fat soluble substance and restrict the water soluble substances. And this membrane is made up of phospholipids, cholesterol, and glycolipids. Okay, so as you know, So extracellular fluid or external environment, it is rich of sodium and water and also other electrolytes are present, and internal environment, it is rich of potassium, water and other environment. But internally the potassium level is high, externally the sodium level is high in the normal or in the relaxation conditions. As the cells will be start to work, so on that time the sodium is more present inside and potassium is more present in the outside. So then only the sodium can create the depolarizations positive environment, then only the cells can be start to the work. So regarding the cytoplasma is a compartment of the cell. It consists of 55% of the cytoplasma. It consists of water, glucose, amino acids, certain cholesterol, triglycerides, free fatty acids along with the organelles. Okay. So organelles, like, it consists of cytoskeleton, endoplasmic reticulum, then Golgi complex, ribosomes, mitochondria, lysosome, and as well as the peroxisome, and each and every organelle they will be having the unique functions. Like endoplasmic reticulum, so they are present play important synthesis of lipids, steroids, and detoxifications, and as well as synthesis of the proteins. Golgi complex, the involved in the labeling transportation substances, so that was synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum, and ribosomes, the involved in synthesis of the proteins, and mitochondria, so they can supply the contents of ATP or energy. Lysosome, so they involved to supply the various digestive enzymes and as well as the hydrolytic enzyme. Peroxisomes, it is also supply the various hydrolytic enzyme and involve the detoxification process. So now we learn one by one endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulums, so they are mainly divided into two types: rough endoplasmic reticulum and as well as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, due to presence of the granules in their structure. Okay, so certain endoplasmic reticulum, so they having the granules structure, and those are known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so these endoplasmic reticulum, so these are the systems interconnecting the membrane lined channels within the cytoplasma. So endoplasmic reticulums, so they are mainly absent in the RBC and as well as the spermatozoa, and due to presence of granules, so they are classified in two types: rough endoplasmic reticulum, also known as RER, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SER. So dear students, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, it is mainly present near to the nucleus, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is present in the away from the nucleus, so they are present in the cytoplasma. So rough endoplasmic reticulum, so they are mainly participate in the synthesis of proteins and enzymes, and also involved in the degradations of the worn out organelles. Regarding smooth endoplasmic reticulum, also known as SCR, so they are involved in the synthesis of lipids, steroids, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is also acts as the stores for calcium. So that calcium is required for the contractions of the muscles or conductions of impulses or generations of the action potential. And also smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is involved in the cellular metabolism and detoxification process. Regarding the ribosomes, so ribosomes, so these are the granular structure and also known as the macromolecular machines. And an average diameter of ribosome is a 25 nanometer, and they are consist of rich of rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. So here RNA mainly three types: rRNA, mRNA, tRNA. mRNA formed from the DNA in the nucleus and it can carry the message required for the synthesis of the proteins. Then tRNA, they can supply the amino acids, and rRNA read the message from the mRNA and involved in the synthesis of the proteins. And ribosomes, it is mainly site for the protein synthesis. Next one is the Golgi apparatus. It is also known as the Golgi complex. See, Golgi apparatus, so they are present in the all type of cells except RBC. So Golgi apparatus, it's mainly involved in the processing, packaging and labeling and delivering of the proteins, lipids. So that was synthesis in the ribosomes and enteropathic reticulum. It means the Golgi apparatus, they always found or present near the rough endothelial reticulum and as well as the ribosomes. So what are the substance? So they are secreted in the rough endothelial reticulum and ribosomes. So they are properly packed and labeled and transported from one place to another place and secreted. Golgi apparatus also play important in the formations of the secretory vesicles. Secretory vesicles are the one type of vesicles. So they are involved in the secretion substances. So that substances was formed in the cell. And Golgi apparatus is also involved in the formations of the lysosome. So next one is the mitochondria. So already you know the mitochondria is the powerhouse for the each and every cell because it is consist of the glucokinase enzyme or also known as the hexokinase. So this enzyme is the required for metabolism of glucose, that is the regulations of the glycolysis. Without this enzyme, the glycolysis do not occur. Glycolysis is nothing but metabolism of glucose, and metabolism of glucose responsible for the productions of the ATP. So that ATP is required for the formations of proteins and development and growth of the body or formations of the hormones and certain enzymes. So mitochondria, it is a double membrane. Okay, those membranes are mainly divided in two types, that is inner membrane and outer membrane. And inner membrane fold into series of membrane. Okay, so those membranes are known as the cristae. And cristae, it consists of variety of enzyme and responsible for the formations of the ATP. So dear students, so mitochondria, it's having its own DNA. So that was known as the mDNA. So mitochondria is known as a cellular power plant. So mitochondria responsible for to generate and supply the ATP to different organelles, especially rough endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes, and those are involved in the synthesis of the proteins, lipids, enzymes, or many other substances. So mitochondria is also site for cellular respiration. Cell can be respirate with the help of the mitochondria. Then mitochondria is also responsible for initiations of apoptosis. Apoptosis is nothing but natural cell death. After age, and if the cells become old ones, it can die or remove. That process was known as the apoptosis, and that apoptosis was initiated by the mitochondria because so mitochondria, it consists of an enzyme cytochrome C. So that enzyme is responsible for to cause the cell death or apoptosis. So next one is the lysosomes. So lysosomes, it is a lipid bilayer consist of the variety of enzymes. So here the lysosome is consists of 60 kind of digestive and as well as the hydrolytic enzymes. So lysosomes is responsible for degradations of macromolecules due to presence of the various enzymes like protease. So protease enzyme is responsible for metabolism of protein into amino acids in the small intestine. Then lipase is responsible for the metabolism of cholesterol, then fat into free fatty acids. Then amylase responsible for the metabolism of polysaccharide into monosaccharide like glucose, fructose, galactose. And nuclease, it was responsible for the metabolism of the nucleic acid found in the food. So lysosome is also responsible for the degradations of worn out organelles that was known as the autophagy. And lysosomes is also involved in the removal of excess secretory product that was secreted in the that is cytoplasma or inside the cells, and that's why it also play important in the secretory functions. Then peroxisomes, the peroxisomes are the oxidative organelles. Frequently they can supply the molecular oxygen responsible for the formations of hydrogen peroxide, and hydrogen peroxide, it can helpful for to kills the microorganisms. So that's why the peroxisomes that was involved in the cleaning of the cytoplasma or keep the cytoplasma free from the microorganisms. So peroxisomes also play important breakdown of excess fatty acids. It involves the accelerations of gluconeogenesis, the formation of glucose from the non-carbohydrate source, then degradations of purine to uric acids, detoxifications, and also play important the formations of myelin sheath, then also play important role in the formations of the bile acids. Next to the nucleus, so nucleus is known as the brain of cell. Okay, so this nucleus, it is involved in the generations of information, or it can helpful for to combine the different organelles in, those are present in the cytoplasma. So nucleus, it mainly consists of nuclear envelope, then as well as DNA and genetic materials. So nucleus play important role in the to regulate the activity of cell and also involve the synthesis of RNA. It can continue to send information to the cytoplasma. Then only different organs can communicate each other. Then it is acts as a storage for genetic material, and nucleus play important role in the cell division. So next are the vesicles. So there is a transport vesicle involved in the movement of substances inside the compartment from one place to another place, and secretory vesicle, so they are helpful for release of the content by the cell into the extracellular fluid. Next on the cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton, as the name indicate, it is responsible for to maintain the skeleton or framework of the cells. So these cytoskeletons, nothing but they are the protein fibers. Okay, so there are mainly three types. There are the microtubules made up of tubulin. So tubulins play important role in the to determine the cell shape or maintain the cell shape, and as well as it's play important the movement of organelles and movement of the chromosomes during the cell divisions. Then second one, microfilament made up of actin. So these actin or microfilaments play important the movement of cell, and also they can give the mechanical support to the cells and play important the contraction, cell divisions. Okay, and as well as cell locomotions. Then intermediate fibers are made up of the keratin. So it's play important role to prevent the cell from the mechanical stress, and as well as it can help to stabilize the cell organelles.